Hello, my name's John Spodkowski, the founder and Chief Technology Officer of MS Consulting Services in Oak Brook, Illinois. Welcome to MS Tech Talks number 102 entitled OpenVMS Options. This slide contains some of my experiences, and since it includes most of the directions that people want to go with the OpenVMS environment, I'm the one chosen to be your speaker today. So my goal is simple. I really just want to explore the current state of OpenVMS and to introduce some options available to those environments, which are hopefully your environments if you're here. So what is the OpenVMS problem? Well, let's address the general market perception of OpenVMS. Ownership. The ownership, development, and support has changed hands twice since 1998. Through this time frame, OpenVMS appeared to be lost in the shuffle and market uncertainty really began. In 2013, HP formally classified OpenVMS as an end-of-life product. OpenVMS hardware platforms were more expensive than their corresponding x86 competitors and have been obsolete for 10 years. And it seems technical expertise is slowly dwindling. So what's the perceived conclusion of all of this? Well, it's not unusual for me to see that people think OpenVMS is no longer a viable option. However, the reports of the death of OpenVMS are greatly exaggerated. Now, why is that? Well, OpenVMS is still an operating system of choice for important segments in the industry, like manufacturing, healthcare, aviation, U.S. military, financial markets, steel mills, even warehousing and process control. I personally see this all over the place, and it runs a lot of things in a lot of environments. The thing is, OpenVMS has had a long success in environments that are critical. So the good news is in 2014, VMS Software Inc., which is often called VSI, was founded, and HP granted exclusive rights to all future development and support for OpenVMS. Now what that means is the development and support of OpenVMS will continue indefinitely. OpenVMS is and will remain supported on current hardware platforms, and OpenVMS is being brought forward to more modern and less expensive hardware choices. OpenVMS is currently compatible with x86 platforms right now with the use of mature and proven hardware emulation software, which also lets OpenVMS live in the cloud and other virtualized environments. So what are some of the options available for current OpenVMS users? Well, first you can upgrade your hardware platform to eliminate the liability of obsolete hardware by moving right now to an x86 platform. It's available today, but it does require hardware emulation software. Second, you can move to Itanium. This is current hardware for OpenVMS, but requires recompilation of your applications and consequently a much larger budget. So it's basically the development time. And then lastly, you could migrate completely to a new platform, going to Windows or some brand of Unix or something like that. That will require the largest budget coupled with some technical challenges. So let's go through these options one at a time and just talk a little bit more about them. So your first option is to upgrade to x86 hardware. Out of the options listed on the last slide, this is the simplest and quickest option to eliminate equipment obsolescence from your environment. You can get brand new supported x86 servers, brand new storage, and use common virtualization tools either in your own data centers or even at public cloud providers like AWS or Azure. If we use bare metal, we can eliminate the need to constantly patch an underlying operating system, and the migration process is a simple backup and restore to move over your exact and existing environment. Your second option is to upgrade to Itanium hardware. This option is to upgrade everything to new hardware that runs natively, that is, not through an emulation layer, and this almost always means that your code will need minimally to be recompiled and any issues addressed by developers. This makes this a generally higher risk and higher cost option than the emulation path, but it also keeps you on the latest technology for every piece of your environment. And at least for OpenVMS, this path leads to native execution on industry standard x86 hardware when it becomes available. Although, yes, that is another compilation and migration. Your third option is to migrate to a completely new platform. This is the last and generally most expensive path ahead. It's expensive because it opens all aspects of the environment to change and/or replacement. But that said, it gives the greatest flexibility to move into whatever type of environment and technologies you would like. There are obvious challenges here. Complexity is high, so formal planning is recommended for success and almost required, and the skills required have to bridge both the old and the new environments, and staff have to be trained, retrained, and sometimes even replaced. Outside help is very common here, so it's a big move. So why even consider these options that we've talked about? Well, here are some reasons people want change, and it all has to do with reasonable supportability. So let's talk about continuity of support. While we have viable options to bring our OpenVMS systems more current, there are still some concerns, and these are listed on the left. Most of these have to do with a technical staffing or the age and relevance of the system in more modern times. So the challenges are listed here, and just note there are solutions. In short, there are answers to these questions if you engage the right people with this knowledge. The good news is that these are not as scary as you might think, and the challenges faced by most IT groups that run critical environments are always very similar to this. When you think about it, given the rapid pace of technological change, combined with constant introduction of new technologies these days, it's really not unusual to stick with what is stable and works for the things that run your business. And still more good news. We at MS Consulting have designed and implemented everything we're talking about here. We've done hardware emulation on x86 platforms. We've helped people recompile code for Itanium platforms. We've helped people migrate to completely new hardware platforms and/or operating systems. And additionally, MSCS can provide OpenVMS ongoing system administration services for about a third the cost of a full-time qualified resource. Now, that's a whole different conversation as to why that works for some staff augmentation, but we're happy to have that talk. So, in conclusion, can we talk? MS Consulting Services is an official solutions provider for VSI, so we can lead you in your OpenVMS decisions. We are an official reseller of the VAIR Technologies VAX and Alpha emulation products. We've been working alongside people like you for over 20 years. So, we offer a short conversation to determine if and how we can be of help to you. We'll follow up with you in a week or two and see if you have any additional questions. So I'd like to thank you for your time. Hopefully it was not too cumbersome. And please watch for MSCS Tech Talks number 103, specifically targeting OpenVMS migrations. And please have a great rest of your day.